November 2025. Finally filming November's video. Listen, life is crazy. The new job is killing me. We've got overtime, both paid and not paid, because I'm crazy and work late and early because I'm terrified I'm not going to get my work done, but also paid overtime, so that's nice. But because of that, we don't really have any memories and experiences to talk about. I mean, obviously I did things. I mean, I went to a Christmas market. You'll see some of the purchases, but other than that, I didn't really do anything. No time. I have no time and no energy to do anything. So, that's memories and experiences for November. There are none, which makes it a little bit shorter and sweeter this month. But we do have purchases. We've got another little thing that I set up for myself in December. I did an advent calendar with Oracle/tarot decks. We've got our moon tray. Yeah, there's a new deck in the purchases as well. So we do have some things to discuss. So let's get to her. Books. I read 3 books in the month of November, which is better than last month, but other than last month, which had 2 books, second place for worse. Let's not do that. The least amount of books read was 3. So now we're tied for second last place with 3 books read. I did Bram Stoker's Dracula. I started that in October. I wanted to have it done by Halloween, but couldn't get there. So I finally finished it in November, and I don't know how I feel. I was really excited about reading an old school spooky book, and it just wasn't spooky. Old school? Yes. Spooky? No. I was kind of underwhelmed. But I read it. I can say I've read Bram Stoker's Dracula, and that's that. The other one I read was Quicksilver. Oof. I think, so Dracula was audio. Quicksilver, I read it on the Kindle. Everyone loves this book, and I did not. I don't know what to say. I couldn't really feel the love connection between the characters. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to read the next one. I also heard that for the next one, which just came out a couple weeks ago, there's some bonus chapters on the author's website that you must read in order for the second book to make sense. I don't really like that. So I don't know. Maybe down the line, if I'm like not sure what I'm going to read and I haven't read fantasy in a while, I will bust out the second Quicksilver. Brimstone, is that what it's called? Something like that. But it's not on the TBR right now. So that's that. And the last one I read was The Intruder by Freida McFadden. This was my book club book, and I physically read this on the Kindle. It was okay. I found, like a lot of Freida McFadden books, I am able to catch on to the twist to an extent. There's an extra element to the twist that I don't quite get. So that did happen in this book. It was okay. It was a Freida McFadden book. I kind of feel like they're all the same a little bit. But yeah, it was okay. I don't know if I gave it 3 stars, I think is what I gave The Intruder. I think all 3 of these books I gave 3 stars to, which is probably generous. I feel bad giving books less than 3 stars. So those are the books that I read for November. Let's move right along into purchases. There's some fun ones in here. Like I said, there's a tarot deck, there's a tarot bag. There is, of course, crystals, and there's ink as well. So fun stuff. Let's look at those. The first fun purchase that came in November was my Kickstarter from Ferris Wheel Press. They did a Harry Potter Kickstarter, and had to jump on it like I did with the Lord of the Rings. So I just got the one single pen with the 10mm ink. And I obviously went with Ravenclaw because I have green ink, I have red ink. The yellow one for Hufflepuff was just kind of a little too light for me, so I was like, you know what, blue is good. So let's take a peek. I've taken it out of the packaging, but I haven't like opened it. So we have a how to use, the Velcro came off. So here's what we look like when we open her up. Fountain pen and 10mm ink pot. So let's take it out. I'm trying to look at the packaging. Like, is there anything? I can probably cut out the Ravenclaw logo for my scrapbook. Maybe that as well. There's a little sample of the ink because we're not going to get to see it because I haven't opened it yet. So I can't show you a swatch, but that's what the swatch looks like. I think there is shimmer. It doesn't say, it doesn't give you like the properties of it. That's another good idea for the scrapbook too, the silver logo. So they did say that the pen that comes with the Kickstarter in this particular package is not good for shimmer ink. Oof. Oh, you can see the shimmer on the back. Ravenclaw House 10 milliliter. I do that every time. So we'll see if some of it settles to the bottom. And then the pen. So, oh, not sure what's happening there. We could use this for the scrapbook. And it says Hogwarts on the side. I think it says, yeah, and Ravenclaw over here. So just like a really, honestly, cheap pen. Does it pop off or screw off? Screw, okay. Oh, we've got that rattling around inside, so it just hasn't been like put together. Where is the nib? Okay, so it does pull off for the nib. I want to see, is that the Ferris wheel press? No, it's the Hogwarts logo on the nib. That's amazing. But yeah, so they did say that this is not good for shimmery inks. So actually, let's put that back in so I don't lose it. So yeah, they did have better pens to go along with the Kickstarter, but they were a lot of money and I don't need to spend, like, fountain pens aren't like a crazy thing for me. I just like having a few on hand for different inks. So I didn't need the fancy schmancy ones, but let's see, there's the shimmer in the bottom. So pretty. That's the first one that came in. All right, we're going to talk about crystals. I almost made it through all of November without buying any crystals, but I went to a Christmas market and there was a crystal booth there. So I got me some crystals. So the little guys are these ones. So we have some volcano agate eggies, which I love volcano agate so much. These were like 3 for $10 or something. So this one has a really pretty quartz looking pocket. I'll show you what they look like under the black light. 2 of them light up and the other one does not, which I knew when I bought it. She had the black light there for you to try. Another beautiful quartz pocket. But this is the one that does not light up, but it has serpentine in it, and I've not seen a volcano agate with that bright green serpentine. So it was pretty cool. So we'll show you those under the black light in a minute. I had to get a croc gibbet with the, this is a man-made crystal. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I love crocs and I love crystals, so I had to get a gibbet. Then we have a mini dragon head. And this is probably onyx or obsidian. And then this one is, oh my God, what is going on with my brain? Also man-made. Taylor Swift has a song titled this. Oh my God, what's happening? It'll come to me. But I have I have a few pieces of this in the blue looking version of it. Opalite, there we go. But I don't really see the pink kind of tones. So I got matching little dragon heads. And then I got another little itty bitty skull because I also have a little blue opalite skull. So it was cool to have like one of each. So I think the skull is actually like half the size. My opalite skull is half the size of that, but that's okay. And then I just had to get this volcano agate palm stone. It does light up under UV, but not as much as I would like it to. But I didn't buy it for the UV properties. It's the colors of it. I don't know. There's just something so earthy about this palm stone, and it's perfect size for holding. Still has the price tag on it. I'm afraid to take that off because I think it's going to be really sticky underneath. So I'll show you that lit up. Another pretty, that's actually a sparkly quartz pocket. So I'll show you that lit up. And then the last little crystal I got was this jade skull. Skull carvings are so expensive. This little guy was 10 and this one was 30, but jade is very smooth and matte feeling. I love how it feels. Not going to be a pocket crystal that I carry around and do that with, but still, I think it's a good face on him. I love the soft green, so he's here. Now let's see what they look like all lit up. I'm hoping it's dark enough in here. I did draw the blinds slightly. We'll start with this one. You can see the parts that light up. It's actually lighting up brighter on camera than in my hands, so that's usually the opposite. You'd think it's like this part that lights up, but it's the darker areas here that light up. So that's that one. These ones are insanely impressive. So we have this side and then boom. It is so bright. So insanely bright in that little quartz pocket. And this one is the same. So they're gonna go in my UV cabinet collection of crystals. It's just so crazy that that section turns into that. So bright and so beautiful. But this one doesn't light up at all. I'll show you just so you can see. There's nothing going on here. Maybe ever so slightly in there, but barely noticeable. Yeah, so this one doesn't light up, but I do like that it's got these like, very similar to my skull, green serpentine sections. So that's it for crystals. And I did get a deck. So let's move our friends all around so we can discuss the deck. Actually, first, I got a bag to keep the deck in. And I think it would be fun to see if you can guess what deck I got in based on the bag. So I ordered this off Etsy. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember the Etsy name. I will put it down below. It is velvet. Now I knew this would be a thing. When I first got this in, this was pitch black and it's slowly starting to pick up little fibers. I've been trying to, yeah, it looks like it's covered in dust. I've been trying to keep it away from dust, but I love the little rose here. This would be really good for the Tarot of Vampires as well, but it's not the Tarot of Vampires. So based on that, do you think you can guess the deck I got in? And here we go. 3, 2, 1. I got the Lacrimosa Tarot by Rose Bay. I've wanted this for a really long time. I didn't jump on it when it came out just because I was worried about tariffs and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to kind of wait and see what happened with all that. And then finally I was like, I'm doing it. So I did edge mine. Before I even used it, I edged it in black. I went over it very lightly. Like you can still see some of the lighter cards, but I didn't want like the marker to bleed into the lighter cards. I know there's not that many where it's light on the edge, but there are some, and I was just so afraid to have the marker bleed. So I just went over it very, very lightly. I think it would look better if it was darker, but that's okay. Better than the white backs. So I now am the proud owner of the Lacrimosa Tarot. And one of the things I love that Rose Bay did was having the subtle color variances in the black backs. I absolutely love that. I think it's genius. And if you haven't seen it,
this was one of the last cards I pulled. Frickin' stunning. I am obsessed with, oh my god, some of the expressions are so relatable. I am obsessed with her decks. And now I finally have the Lacrimosa Tarot. Another bag that I was looking for from the same company has a lot of the Sacred Hearts on them. And I was debating getting that bag, but for some reason, this one just felt better. So finally have her, and she is stunning. And it was really interesting with my interview spread. I got all hearts, so all cups. So I feel like, also relatable, I feel like that is going to be how she goes. She's going to be a little bit of an emotional reader perhaps, or a deck best used when dealing with emotional issues, emotional struggles, emotional situations. We shall see. I did do a reading with her about like a daily reflection, and I do feel like it was pretty spot on and also kind of funny, which I was not expecting. She has a little bit of a sense of humor with me. Also kind of literal. The reading that I had, I really felt that the images spoke to what happened on that particular day, as well as the card meanings. Something else. Oh, I obviously got the one with the titles. I love the titles. I think the font is a perfect choice. I was kind of flip-flopping back and forth between titles or no titles, and I went with titles, and I'm really glad that I did. I love the font, and it's not too intrusive. It's not distracting. I think it's perfect. So let's take a look with the bag. So I was kind of like, I don't know, is it the bag? Because now that I've seen, like, now that I have the, let's do it this way. Now that I have the Tarot of Vampires in my head, I kind of feel like maybe it's very Tarot of Vampires. I don't know. But I liked the rose as kind of homage to Rose Bay. I liked that. But the Sacred Hearts were really good too. How are we feeling? Oh, the red back with the red mat with that isn't helping, but I mean, there are definitely cards with red in them, but a lot don't, and some of it is muted. I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with it. That's looking rather pinky red at the moment. It looks tie-dyed, I think. How are we feeling? I like the satin, what is that, paisley? The paisley pattern too. I think that suits the deck. I don't mind it. I think we're good. Here's the, oh, see, the red is not quite the same. Let's put it in. I asked the deck how it felt about it, and we got the King of Cups. Yet another cup. I don't know. I think I'm good. I think I like it. I think I really like them together. The other thing with the velvet, it doesn't like to slide. I have another bag from this company that Rose Bay's other deck is kept in, and it slides so much easier. But the velvet kind of grabs on to that piece of fabric. But there we go. There she is. And that's it. That's it for purchases. Unless you want to see, I got some candles from the Christmas market where I bought all the crystals. We got Wandering in the Woods. So good. It's a little perfumey for a Wandering in the Woods scent, but still smells really good. And then this one, Rolling Thunderstorm. Oh my God. Somehow this smells like dirt, like you're walking through a forest that just had a fresh rain. I don't know how she captured this scent. It's Foxy Creations. I don't know how she did it, but she did, and oh, it's perfect. But there we go. That's November's purchases.
And my tarot advent calendar, which I get to start in just a few days because I've left this video so late. I'm really looking forward to starting these. It's the first year I've done them, so I'll show you how I put them together and which current cards are in it. I'm not sure if I'm going to add more. You'll hear about it.
So the one thing I did in December that I'm really excited, sorry, I did it in November, but it's for December, is the like Advent cards that are full of, not full, there's 3 different types of Oracle / tarot in here. I didn't want to do the full 24 days of December, of 25. So I just started at like 12. So starting from December 14th, and I have all of these like Christmas washi tapes that I put on them. Some of them are dollar store ones and they're not that great, but we go all the way to the 25th. And because I have to do something wrong, I did these ones upside down. So that's just very on brand. So what do I have in here? I'll just pull out one to show what I've got in here so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to add another one to it. I don't want it to be like my Oracle cards just vomited inside this envelope. So I'm not going to look at them either, because I shuffled them and they just popped out and I threw them in here without looking at them. So we have I always get this wrong. I call it the Tarot of Gemstones and Minerals. Something like that. I've talked about it recently. It's fairly new. So this one can be used as a tarot card if I want. The intention was to use the crystal that's on it and work with that crystal that day. But the bonus is that it's also a tarot. So I could use the tarot energy for that day as well. Then I have my Crystal Sound Healing Oracle. So this is really just to play the message of the sound that is relating to that QR code. I don't too much, well, I definitely don't read the book, but I also kind of don't really pay attention to the keywords that's on the Oracle card. I definitely read them. Like, it's not like I fully ignore them and don't read them, but it's more for the sound. I will play the sound for myself before bed or when I wake up in the morning, whatever. And then, of course, we have a Kantaji Oracle card. I thought this one was really perfect. I think the white background is a great little backdrop for winter, December, and I love the messages. This one I will absolutely be going to the guidebook for, every single one. So really excited to open these up every day. And I love that I have the optional tarot reading as well, because I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be tarot or just Oracle. I'm undecided as well if I want to put in one of the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracles. I feel like that's kind of getting to be borderline too much. It's not in there now because I'm currently working with it. I pull a card occasionally right now, and we're not at December 14th. So I didn't want to put it in the envelopes just yet because I'm still working with it. But I also, I don't know. Is it too much? I don't know. I don't know. I think 4 cards is okay, but it just seems really Oracle heavy and lots of different Oracle messages. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. But yeah, that's what I have so far. And I didn't want to overwhelm myself. So I think I might keep it at 3. I don't know. And then just maybe occasionally read the Seasons of the Witch Oracle, just whenever I feel called to read it, whenever I want to pull from that Oracle deck. So that's that. That's what I'm looking forward to in December.
And that's November 2025. That's it. That's all she wrote. I will leave you with the moon tray, and I am planning on filming some fun like end of year videos. Not sure if I'm going to do the Chanel Days tarot tag. I might do it if I have time. We'll see. But yeah, I'll leave you with the moon tray, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.
The moon tray. This is November's. It looks different because I've completely switched it up. I took some things out. I put some different things in. I can't even remember what I did. I know this was one of them. This is just, I think it fits perfectly. This kind of like orangey amethyst cluster. I think it just works so well with the November tray. And I also forgot about my volcano agate pieces, which I think perfectly embody the color scheme, the aesthetic I was trying to get for November, but I forgot about them because I keep them in a different spot. I think that's it. I don't remember what I took out. Did I add? Oh yeah, I think I added this Insane Garden quartz. I added this one as well because it was in the same spot as the volcano agate, so I forgot about it. So this guy was added, and I love this. I love this look.
Also, one of my new the Serpentine Volcano Agate Eggy was added. So I love this. I love this look. I love how it ended up turning out after I made my changes. But for December, I think I want to try green. I know I've done this in the past and it hasn't worked out because I didn't have as much green as I thought I did. But now I have a couple more green pieces. So I think I'm going to give it a go. Let's see how it looks. And here we have it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I have some red, like, kind of like cherry apple decor beads that you're supposed to put on like tables or something. I think I might put some of those in here just to give it the red and green if I can find them. Don't know where they are at the moment. I think I know where they are, but anyway, this is very malachite heavy, very malachite. We've got 2 of the baby malachite spheres that I obtained earlier this year. Malachite, 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 malachite. There's some green aventurine as well. This is a green aventurine palm stone with flecks of pyrite in there. Oh yeah, this is obviously malachite as well. Green aventurine tumble. This is a, it's not moss agate, tree agate. There we go. I liked the white. I liked the addition of the white in there. Ocean jasper, nice little green ocean jasper cube. Prehnite heart. This is strawberry quartz. It's a green strawberry quartz. Perfect. This is my seraphinite or seraphinite, however you want to call it, from earlier this year, and fuchsite, I think. I've heard this called a couple different things, but fuchsite here for this guy. So pretty. Sparkly. So yeah, we'll see if I can find my beads and put some red beads in there. I love this raw piece of malachite. It is like the sheen on it. I don't even know what to call that, but it is so pretty. Let's see if we can get in there so you can see raw malachite here. Oh, I think some of it's coming off. Yeah. Just stunning. Oh yeah, there's some coming off. Gotta be very careful with that one. Yeah, there we go. Green for December.